Welcome to Sunday prayers. Hope I'm audible to you. Shankar, Gokul, could you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Fantastic. Hope the Diwali celebrations went well. Good holidays. Happy holidays. A lot of food. Good celebrations. All right. Thanks all for being here. And we do this session on every Sundays to talk about a couple of questions and exam approach. Being a holiday season, we expect people to be much busy with the food, television, movies. Yeah, in between, we have to spend some time on reading. From now on, it's going to be 1 month where you get a lot of holidays keep coming up. So many people will plan towards examination, including the people in different part of the world where you get this year-end or Christmas holidays coming up. So we can plan better to clear the examination. I do have a message that PMI-ACP exam is getting upgraded or changing from November 8th, which is 1 week from now. So I do have some people who cleared a PMI-ACP exam also in the last few days. So we'll do a success story soon where you can learn how the exam was. Yeah, that's what it is. Saying that, let me listen to a couple of you who are going for the examination. Is one of you going for examination next few weeks, few days? You booked your exam already?
No, Shri, I am planning on January.
Okay.
Yeah.
January, you're booking your exam. Okay. So with your reading habits so far?
Yeah, I've started recently and I've been doing all the mock tests that you're sending after the classes.
Okay.
So I'm getting almost like 50%, maybe less than that. So
Okay.
maybe I'll pick it up. So, Sri, I have a question related to this PMP exam that we get 200 questions, right? Out of 175 is for the final that will be counted, right? So, how many we need to get it right? Like, what is the percentage? Like 60%, 50%? Is there any something like that?
Hmm. So first the message is in exam we have 180 questions. Not 200. 200, I think maybe you read the article, it's a bit old. The new message is 180 questions for the last 4 years, and in which 175 questions are counted towards the exam marks. 5 questions are kept by PMI for they call pre-test or evaluation. For that reason, they keep it the research purpose. 5 questions. Now, in exam, when you go for the main exam, out of 180 questions, we know that 5 questions are used for research, but nowhere it's indicated these are the 5 questions. So you cannot understand that portion of it. Okay, that's one part of it. Now your second level of question is how much you have to get to pass the exam. So let me understand from you what you have read so far. What is your understanding? What is your understanding, Shankar? What is the reading you have done so far about this subject? How many marks you have to score?
No, no, I didn't see anywhere. That's why.
You couldn't read anything, which means there is nothing declared. So if you
Okay.
can't find it, which means PMI kept it as a secret. You have to pass, but they will not tell what is the pass score. Does it look funny?
That's great. That's what I wonder. I'm not getting anywhere.
It's funny, right? They'll tell you have to run 10 kilometers and they'll tell you run, but I won't tell how many kilometers. Kind of.
Yeah.
It's the most funniest thing. PMI kept it as a
Maybe they
secret.
map the how we understand the PMP. I think that's the thing, I guess.
Exactly. So what they do here is they use something called a grading system. Have you seen this grading system in schools or even some colleges
Yes.
use, right?
Yeah.
Competitive scores. What they do here is they call grade, probably for benefit of everyone, share it. Okay. What I do is I'm going to share the screen. Confirm you're able to see the screen. You got that?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. It's one of the old thing I picked up from somewhere internet. If you see here, you have your PMI ID, you have your exam date. Main thing what you have to look out is this 4-letter word. Okay, pass. If not, they will tell fail here. Now, how do they evaluate this? They will see this is a failing zone and this is a passing zone. See, what is a passing zone? The moment you get in target and above target, you get into passing zone. Now, how do I know this? I'll come to that later. But they divide into four sections. At least I will believe this could be 25%. This could be somebody getting 50%. 50 and above percent, maybe 75% here. Somebody getting 100%. Just I'm giving it. Okay. But no clarity. No clarity in the sense of what numbers of questions, if you answer, you will fall in this category. This area, it's a hidden agenda from a PMI. However, when you see this, Shankar or anyone here, do you recognize what is this names belong to? Can I call this as a domains? If you say domain, in people, you have a stakeholder management. You have resource or a team management. You have communication or some portion of agility can come here. Same when I go to process, again, agile will come here. Again, they talk about the scope management. What else can come in the process? Can I use a schedule? Can I use cost? I can go for it, right? So if you look at here, people, I have some area, process, I have some area, same way business environment. Now, even though in exam, they say that some percentage of questions will be asked here. Do anyone know how many percentage in business environment in exam? Can I say 8%?
It's 8%, yeah.
It's 8%. Yeah.
8%, right? Process, how many percentage?
50.
Any
52, I
50.
think.
No, 50.
52?
I guess.
50%, right? So then the balance goes to
42.
if I go and sit in exam hall, I'm going to get 180 questions. You may not be a person to say that, hey, in 180 questions, 8% means these many questions has to come. Can I check one by one in exam hall? I don't think you will have a time to do that. Also, if you read a question, you cannot exactly tell that's from business environment. Also, if you read a question from people, I don't think you'll recognize it's people. It could be mix of people plus process. Overall, what is the message here? The message here is when you complete the examination, you come to know you have passed. You come to know that you are above target in a couple of area, maybe below target in one of the area. However, in these two areas, if I go below target, will I clear the exam? In these two areas. If I go below target, will I clear the exam? I'm sure it is going to be tough. Why? Because your majority of the question is here. Whereas if I get a below target in this area, will I have trouble? May or may not, because it's only 8%. Now, answering your question, Shankar, in exam hall, you will only get the answer pass. Only when you come out of the exam hall, an email with the full information will be shared with you. In the analysis report, they will give you in where how much you performed. This is how I give. But nowhere they will mention you out of 180 questions, you answered 150 questions correctly. This kind of things we got in our school days, not anymore in the international examination. You won't get it. They don't even tell what you did correctly, what we didn't do correctly. However, they give a report. In the report, they will tell under people or under each domain, how do you performed? Some are good, some are bad. Those kind of information will be shared with you. But a question-wise discussion, PMI don't want to do that. They keep it as a secret agenda. You got that? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 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 clear.
But how do you know you are ready for the examination? Next question. So now they're saying pass. So this is main exam. Imagine main exam is in the January 25 is your main exam. But how do you know you are ready for it without knowing the scores? Not only Shankar, anyone in the room. How do we know that you are ready for the exam? Any thoughts?
I think we should be able to do at least 2 or 3 mock tests sitting for 4 hours and
Mhm.
I think
um,
what I read in the instruction is that we should get at least 65% in the mock test and then get approval from you, and then we know
Mhm.
we are ready for the test.
All right, very good. Thanks for this info. At least one thing I heard from both of you, we should practice an exam. That makes sense, right? Which means not only book reading, not only class reading will help you to clear the exam, being an international exam and the standard is high, it is good advisable to practice some exam. Yeah, good practice, I recommend 5 full exams. 5. But some people feel that 5 is too much, man. Because each exam is 4 hours. You're asking me to spend nearly 20 hours. Man, I'm pretty busy guy. You don't know. You don't know my life nature, okay? I'm pretty busy guy. If you're so busy, also you're ready to take a risk of a 50,000 rupees or 38,000 rupees or 60,000 rupees on top of your value, life, yes, you can go for it. But my honest recommendation all the time is always go for 5 practice exams. At least in ShriLearning, do 5 exams. Of late, I'm seeing the question papers are getting a little more tricky. But Shri, you're saying this for last 8 years, man. Yes. Syllabus are keep changing, updated, things are happening. 6 months back or 1 year back, I didn't hear many people say that Shri question was tougher. Mostly people started getting the same pattern of questions. In fact, a guy will write the exam, come back and say, you know what, Shri? I got a bunch of agile questions, 3 or 4 drag and drop questions. Whatever I read, it was okay, manageable. But last 1 month or 2 months, I'm keep hearing people are saying that, you know what, exam was super bouncer, man. Pretty tricky, time was tight. I'm constantly hearing that exam was a tricky. More than tricky, I'm hearing the word time was tight. Then when I go back and analyze what is happening here is, when I started this sessions years back, I recommend people always go for 5 exams. Okay, 5 full exams. Then later people started saying that, Shri, I'm a bit bored, man. I can't sit and do all this stuff. I will write 3 full exams. And some people say, no, I'm a bit bored on this, man. I'll do only 2 full exams. Then what do you do rest of the time? They say, no, Shri, I take a lot of a 60 questions exam. Yeah, this is a highly welcome. But what happened is, they were from here, they drop here. And from here, they drop here. Now when you go to main exam, it is like Indian team meeting New Zealand in the test match. Do anyone saw the Indian team? What happened? Test match. What happened is the stability and stamina of standing and playing for 5 days has gone. And they're not even able to play more than 2 hours. The reason is people are 20 people. Now, this same problem happens to many people who go to the main exam who don't practice the full exam properly. If you're a pretty genius person, you read a lot of books, your book reading habit is good, your language ability is amazing, you are working in a corporate where project management is happening end to end, then okay, I will somehow feel this area is okay. If not, high recommendation is please do 5 full exams. This is only for time management and stamina. You should have a stamina to sit for 5 hours, 4 hours, right, in exam hall. Yeah, like like what I say in cricket. We used to have these good players. Have you heard about Rahul Dravid? This guy can stand for a whole day, one whole day. Now I'm watching some of the players, they can't even stand more than 30 minutes. They're breathing heavy, they want a lot of water, a tummy is coming out, and they look like how unfit these people are in the body level. The reason is they couldn't practice more. Throw the cricket away, come back here. Sitting 4 hours gives high stamina. Again, I said about pass, I said about sitting for 4 hours. Okay. I didn't tell about the score. Let's go by the assumptions now. Out of 180 questions, so far people believe in the market, not me, the whole market. At least 62% or up to 65% somebody can get, they can clear the examination. PMI never said it. It is an assumption in the market. Now, question to you, out of 180 questions, if it is 62%, how many questions will come? Could be 120, 118. How many questions will come? Approximately. Shall we put 120?
Approximately 110, I guess.
110 it is coming. Okay, good. Thanks for the quick calculation. So 110. So now if I, out of 180, if I can get 110 correctly, I will clear the exam. Okay, it's an assumption. Let's go by the assumption itself. It's 110 means nearly 70 questions can go wrong. 70 questions can go wrong, which is, I think, is a good buffer you have. In exam, I have 60 questions, one slot, another 16 questions, another slot, another 60 questions, another slot. So if I have 70 questions, I can go wrong. I can solidly put nearly a 20 question per slot can go wrong, isn't it? Even if I put 20 or 25 questions per slot, still I can clear the exam. I think it's a highly doable. Now, answering you and everyone here, Shankar, who asked this question, there is no declaration from PMI. However, the market, some people, I don't know who is that, some people are talking that 62% or 63% can be a clearing score. Last topic on the same, last answer on the same question. In ShriLearning, we expect you to cross 70% plus, or at times reach 75% in ShriLearning. If we can reach a couple of times in this area or more than that, I would tell, I'm sure you will clear the main exam. There is no doubt on it. Then what is a danger zone? Danger zone is if you're getting 50%, next time in the exam you're getting 55%, next time you're getting 48%, next time you're getting 63%, next time you're getting 52%. These are 5 exams you've taken. Now you tell me, do you think this person has clear chance of hitting the exam successfully or in the middle zone where this person is? 50, 55, 48, 52, 63%. Can anyone guess? Is this person really ready to clear the exam? What is the guess? Yes, no? Hard to
No,
guess?
no, that's a crowd region, I guess. That's a danger zone.
Danger zone, right? But I do have some people clear the exam. 1 year back, I have some people in this range also cleared the exam. But when they come out of the exam hall, they sweat out. Heartbeat was heavy. They were escaped a narrow death. That's how they came out. They feel, God, man, somehow. And when they say somehow, when I go back and see them, it will say pass. And they will have something called below target here, target here, above target here, something like this, very borderline. Unfortunately, I do have some people, they got above target, target, below target, still they make it fail. Now, fun part is we never know how PMI assess it. Same grades, they will fail. Same grade, someone will pass. In order to not get into this heart heavy mode, high pressurized mode, what I would recommend is you cannot go with this scores to thinking you will clear the main exam, which is a tough challenge. At least crossing 65 or 70% is a safer zone. So consolidate all the answers. PMI tells only pass or fail. They don't tell how much you scored or how much you should score. We are all only assuming 62% or 63% can make it clear. In ShriLearning, we keep it 70 or 75%, which is also a good grade to push you to achieve that level. However, practicing 5 full exams will give you the idea of time management. How can I organize myself? For that reason, we give this exam. That's a long explanation, but hope it is helpful for some of you who are going for the exam.
Thank you,
All right.
Shri.
Nice to know. Good to know. Good to know. And by the way, when I heard some of you practicing the chapter test or practicing the test which Rahul posts in the WhatsApp, are you all getting this question paper which Rahul is posting? You get 10 questions. You are part of that group
Yes, yes, we are getting.
doing that, right? After taking this test, is anyone analyzing that question paper?
Yes. So it gives an explanation why it is wrong. If it is right,
Ah,
why it is right. So it actually itself is informative. That's
exactly.
I feel very interesting. After solving, I'm more interested in after the result. So what is the explanation that you can give? So yeah, it is very helpful.
Nice to know. Good to know. Good to know. That also gives an depth understanding of some of the subject areas. Sometimes, for example, in Agile, we call a spike, and there could be a question about the spike. Someone never worked in Agile. Now, you don't even never heard this word called spike. What these guys are talking about? But maybe there'll be a one line written there what the spike could be. But still, you don't get a clarity. Now, what do? You will go to the books. Of course, you go to Google first before going to the books. You will type the word and read a couple of sentences about it, a couple of paragraphs about it. Now, when I want someone to analyze the question, what I mean is, yes, you have to read the right question and wrong question also. Also read the justification given below that. Nice. And at times the justification is not sufficient for you. You will browse it, you read it. Either you go to Rita, Pembok, or Google, or now we have a chat GPT, all the stuff. I think in PMI they have something called Infinity, if I'm not wrong. There is an AI tool in PMI. Do anyone aware of this tool? AI tool in PMI? Have you heard it?
No.
No. There is a tool called Infinity in PMI website itself. In this tool, if I go and type how to create a project charter, it'll give me tons of information, the template. I was pretty surprised the way these guys have developed it. It looks so nice. Um, I don't think in another 5 years someone can tell I don't know because I've not read it. You can just put one word, it gives clear, specific information. In Google also you'll get it. But I found AI is so nice. It's bringing very specific information. I was browsing and I was preparing some sample project charter. Okay. And it took hardly 4 or 5 minutes to tell what I want in a charter. Then I submitted it. It gave me a full template of how a charter should be created and with all the content. I was like, wow, this is nice. This is nice. So a message here is you can use as the Infinity. If I'm not wrong, it should be Infinity. I believe that's what I read. Infinity AI tool. So you can read from that. If I can do that for a spike, one of the topic in Agile, I believe post any questions on that area, I'll be able to answer. This I took as a spike. Other day you will read something about earned value management. Other day you will read about risk appetite. So now this question answer analyzing process is much important than keep on taking exams. You take one exam and take enough time to analyze before you go to next exam. No urgency, no quick drive. Understand the concepts. That is the best way of learning. Yep. All right. But by the way, I think it's a paid component of a PMI, if I'm not wrong. I believe I have this membership with the PMI. Some of you should have it, because of which would have allowed me to access. I didn't check the subscription price. I didn't check is it for member. My assumption is PMI will not give that as a free component. It could be a paid component. So I don't think it's highly needed for you right now, but I'm saying something like that exists. If not, you can go to ChatGPT. It's a free stuff there. Just type one of the words, what you learn. You get all the information. You can sit and read about it. Good enough.
So
All
do you
right.
recommend to take membership for the before enrolling for the exam, PMI
Yes.
membership?
Yes, I would recommend it because you get some discounts out of it. I would recommend you to be in touch with Rahul, who can explain you on this payments, pricing, discounts. But usually people take membership, which is valid for 1 year of time. So once you take the membership, then you pay the exam fee. They will give some good amount of discounts on that. That too, some countries, some regions like India, PMI Institute once in a while add some discount price, sudden discount they'll give you. Use this, what do you call it as? Code. Some number they give, alphanumeric number they'll give. You can use that coupon code, sorry, coupon code. They'll give you a coupon code. For this coupon code, they'll reduce the further price. So this happens only if you're a member. So membership will happen, but when to do that, yeah, be in touch with Rahul. He can help you. If you're getting some benefits of downloading some concepts, accessing artificial intelligence tool of PMI, I would say good to do a membership as early. Early days, what happened is we recommend people to take membership when you're close to the exam, because close to the exam you take membership, so you get some discounts on the exam fee. But now I'm seeing that these guys are giving a lot of articles, books, artificial intelligence, some of the templates for the project management. Then I think it's worth it to get the membership right now while you're preparing for the examination. So call is yours, but I will say be in touch with Rahul to understand pricing, other parameters. Okay, good. I'll go to some question paper to discuss about it. Before that, just want to listen. One date I heard someone was going for January as exam. Is anyone here for January, February, December examination?
Yeah, actually, I am for December,
December you're giving.
24th, 24th December.
Nice, huh? Holiday time. Okay, okay, good. How is your preparation going on, Suraj?
Yeah, actually, I have done 60 questions. I have not yet started the 180.
Very good.
So,
Okay.
so I am planning to start the 180 questions.
Nice.
I
Reading.
went through the I went through the Rita book once,
Hmm.
and I have started reading the Agile Practice Guide.
Very good.
So yeah,
Very good. Very good. Suraj, which batch you done with your PMP classes?
I did in the May batch.
May. Okay. After then you started reading Rita 11th edition. Is
Yeah,
that
Rita
right?
11th.
Very good. So Rita 11 you read, Agile Practice Guide you are reading.
Yes.
What kind of job environment you are working?
Actually, I am in oil and gas.
Hmm. Oil
Yeah.
and oil and gas, it's a design,
Yeah,
digital
design. I am into the design part of the
design
oil
part.
and
So
gas.
you may have some agility in your company.
Yeah, we have, but it is not called like agile, but we do that agility type of activities also.
You do that. Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
call it, but some actions are happening there.
Yes, yes.
Okay, nice. You found Agile is good for you to read? Understandable?
Yeah, it is okay. Yeah, I'm able to understand.
Okay, nice to know. You can listen to the class recordings also if you want to capture with Agile.
Yeah,
And now, since you have 2 months of time with you, it's a
yeah,
solid time. You can start practicing 40 questions, 60
yeah,
questions per couple of times.
yeah,
But I would recommend you to start at least one full exam in the next 1 week or 10 days of time.
yeah. Actually, I started 60 questions.
Hmm.
My grades are not very good. Actually, it is coming from 56. I did 3 or 4 60 questions.
Hmm.
Actually, 56, 58, 65% in that range I'm getting now.
Hmm. Hmm. How is time management?
Time management is good. I'm able to complete on time, at least 5 minutes
Uh,
before.
so which means 85 minutes.
Yeah.
85 minutes you
Yeah,
take for.
sometimes I get more time also. Maybe before one of the couple of them I finished, I think 8 minutes before or something like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so timing is not a problem.
Yeah.
Question answering. Did you analyze questions after the exam?
Yeah, I do analyze the questions.
Okay,
And so, yeah.
what area you feel gray spots?
Uh, I think I'm good in at least better in people. The process side I sometimes
Struggling.
I get.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Now, what I mean by gray spots is um, at times the same area we keep doing mistakes. For
Yeah,
example, in 60 questions, you get a vendor management, procurement, contracts.
yeah,
Somehow that doesn't go well for you. You read it, but it's not getting in for you. You keep doing mistakes there.
yeah.
You can have a white paper or notebook. You note down, I
Hmm.
have done few mistakes on this area. So that's a gray spot. We have to focus and read. Also, when you do next time exam, you have to check yourself in this area, am I answering properly? So
Okay,
it's a loop, right? You check a feedback you apply on your reading, and you have to evaluate next time, am I able to overcome it?
okay.
This is the way your scores can improve. When I say improve, from 55%, you cannot suddenly improve 20%. Doesn't looks very practical. So from 55, you will improve 3%,
Hmm.
8%. That's how it will improve. This improvement cannot happen only by the area what you know already. You can
Okay.
improve only from the area which you don't know. Now,
Hmm.
first you have to understand which area I am not aware. Which area I'm repeating the same mistakes. That you have to note down somewhere.
Okay.
But the hardest part in exam preparation is analyzing your own answer. You
Yes,
know that?
correct. Actually, to be
Now,
true to you also means after the exams, then we see the okay, it's above target or below target, and just we just don't go in much in detail, just screen through. Okay, okay, means you are disappointed with the score, and
scores.
then you just screen through and say, okay, Okay,
Enough.
oh, this was very close. I thought like that, and then
Sometimes while answering, our brain will tell, wow, this time it's going to be a great score. And when you go, they will tell 53. You'll say, what the hell, man? I thought it'd be so nice.
yes,
It goes the other way. As you said, we will glance a score and move away.
yeah,
And that will not help you to improve the score. I know it's a painful, but at least once or twice you have to go through all the questions and see what is wrong, what is right. We should not see only the right answers. We have to see the wrong answers also. Also plus right. Both you have to see. When you see both only, you understand your logic and the answers justification logic are matching. Because I would have thought something, but something would have
yes,
been there. So you have to do this process. It's a painful process for one exam or two exam. From third time on, you will get the rhythm of it. So you have to go through this. Why I'm saying all this to you is you have enough time. December 24 is a good time.
okay,
Only in the November month you can do this. December month on, you start feeling some pressure.
yeah,
You paid the money, right, already?
yeah. I paid the money.
Did you say this to your family? You paid the money?
And yeah, I told them I paid the money, but I didn't tell what was the fees.
The moment you say that, automatically the pressure starts adding. So even you keep quiet, they won't keep quiet. If you watch a television, they switch off the television, go and read.
Yes,
So, all right, keep up that momentum, Suraj. Keep me posted on your scores. Two things I
yes,
want from you. Have one
okay,
simple Excel sheet. In
yeah,
the Excel sheet, put the 60 questions, this many minutes, and
yeah,
the results out of it.
yeah,
So 40 questions, how much questions answered, what is the timing? 180 questions, what happened? So keep putting those Excel sheet. Once in a while, give a screenshot of that so that I
okay,
do know that where are you, I can give you some
okay,
direction.
okay, sure.
Yeah, perfect, good. All right, that's Suraj who is getting to exam in December. Anyone else have exam coming days?
Yeah, Shri, sorry to bother. One more thing I had.
Ah,
Actually, I in one of the Sunday prayers, or
hmm.
I heard that how this our screen will look during the exam time, means for the means how it will be looking, means for how the where the clock will be there, where what how it exactly looks. If we can get that idea, it will be great actually.
Yeah, I think I discussed this point last time. Thanks for reminding it. I have somewhere heard or seen people say that I get a sample screen view from Pearson. Okay, I'm trying to see that as I'm talking to you. Have you been to Pearson websites?
No, no, I did not.
Okay, for benefit of all, quickly I'll show that before I go to the question paper. But I have heard this before, but I have not on myself seen the screen. I didn't get that opportunity to see the screen. For example, if you go to this website called pearson.vuv, this is a third party who is conducting the exam from PMI. The PMI Institute has outsourced it. They're given a outsourcing. Now, if I put a PMI in this box, anything I can put here, I'm just putting PMI. So it will give me which institute exam. I'm choosing which institute. So now here they talk about seat availability, test center, okay, test accommodations. This is for the people who have challenges, who cannot move on freely. But somewhere I saw that they have a sample screen look. Is it not now? I have heard, I have not seen personally. One of the team members said I was able to do this. Let me explore a little more on this, or I check with our team members if anyone have seen the screen, so that at least you get a sample view, right? That's what you're looking for.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's a valuable ask. Pearson. I see only the test center information. I'm not seeing anything more than this. So I have given you a site. I think I will expect you to explore this site a little more.
Yeah.
One thing you can do, you can even directly call the Pearson group and check with them. How can I get a preliminary view of the screen? How the screen look like? Will I get an option? You may get some ideas from them also. Okay. Meantime, I will also explore it. I'll let know once I get some information on this.
Okay, okay, Shri, thanks.
Okay. All right, then I'll give a pause here. If anyone have an exam, please let know. Meantime, we'll bring the question paper. We'll take a couple of questions. Then I have this question paper. Is it still Diwali celebration going on in your cities where you live? People are burning crackers. I think Rahul has shared the link in the group. Can you see that? Demo test. Suraj, for your question, I think Rahul answered already.
Yeah, I will check it. Thank you.
Yeah, click that part. Demonstration. Okay. I think it's a decent, I think usual part. I'm also clicking the same link what Rahul has shared right now. I just came here, demo, and then from demo, it goes to loading it. Then I think it says click next to continue. Ready to begin. Ready to begin the demonstration. Select this button. Otherwise, okay. Okay. Which color is the sky? Blue, green? Huh? I think it's the usual pattern, right? They have a scratch pad. Strike throughs. Reviews are here. I can mark for review. Timer is running on the top. Okay. Navigator.
That means, Shri, I can come back to the question later, right?
You can come up to 60 questions. In one slot of exam, you have 60 questions. Up to this, you can do. I would have said that 60, cut off and again 60, cut off again 60, which means you can play within the 60. After 60 is over, your box is locked. Then a new 60 questions will get opened. Only you can play within this. Yes, answer your question. Yes, you can mark it, you can come back. But 60 questions only you can play in one shot. Got it? Hey, thanks, Rahul, for sharing this link.
And time is not divided between the 60, 60, 60, right? Like it continuously runs.
Yes, it's totally 230 minutes. And if you look at here, in the timer in the top, you will see 230. From there, they start deducting. If you see it's deducting, look at here. It's going down. So it will become 220, 210, let's keep going. However, out of 180 questions, even though they're given in slot 1, 2, and 3, it is purely your decision. You decide, okay, out of 230 minutes, I will use 80 minutes for this exam. I will use a 70 for this. I will use a 70 for this. Just a number, okay? When I say 80, out of 230, if I deduct 80, in the clock, if I see 150 minutes, that's the time I should have submitted a 60 question. So time management is given to you. PMI will not tell how long you should take. They will just leave you. It's up to you. I will do in 80 minutes or 60 minutes, up to you. Yeah. It's decent, right? They don't want to pressurize you. I think it's very decent. They do that job. If you put a pressure, then further people get so stressed out. Okay, look at here. There are some sample questions, multiple. Okay, then what they have, drag and drop. Fill in the blanks also they're giving there. Nice. Good. But again, it's a usual exam pattern. I don't see any big high thing to learn. Probably you can learn. There is something called mark for review. There is something called timer. And then scratch pad, calculator. These all comes here. Rest all, I think it's usual exam pattern in any part of the world. All right, that gives an idea. So let's get to the question paper. That's important for the day. I'll bring a question right now for you. Let's see if we can pick up an answer. People watching from YouTube and LinkedIn, feel free to give your answers in the chat box. Hope you are able to see the screen. If so, go ahead, read this question. You have to choose one answer out of it. Keep those techniques in mind. Who is being targeted? Elimination technique. Think on those direction also. All right, you can pop up with some answers. Okay. I'm seeing one alphabet coming up. Let's see the rest of them. Oh, wow. I'm having different alphabets now. A, B, D. Made to get C. Oop. Okay. In online, I'm seeing Ruby says A. Okay. Okay, I'm having different answers now. This question is going to be tricky in that case. Let's listen to the people to see why they think like this. So what I can do is, first we'll start with the question itself. What this question is looking from us, we understand it. Help me, which wordings or sentence you found important in this question? A project team is a coordinating accommodation for teams attending next year's global sporting event. Is this project a present tense, past tense, or a future tense? Is it project happening already or will happen?
Future.
Future. The project team is coordinating. Coordinating. Is it something as happening or will happen?
Represent. Like coordinating for the next year's event, right?
Which means already the project in progress. Can you say like that?
It is in progress.
Let's put some example for this. Did we had a Olympics sometime back? Paris Olympics 2024. For this Olympics, how long the preparation will happen? 1 week before? 1 month before? At least couple of years before they start planning. And work execution would have started in a year before, isn't it? I'm just giving a date. Now, the project is coordinating, team is coordinating accommodation of teams attending the next year's global sporting event. Could be something like Paris Olympics. So, which means this coordination and doing the job itself a project. Now, team members will stay in a newly built accommodation while the coaching staff, an estimated additional 2,000 persons, will be accommodated in a mix of housing stock nearby, including several hotels, university, dormitories, and privately owned properties, which means a bunch of people. You're going to get team members. You are going to get a coaching staff. Okay, two set of people. Coaching staff itself around 2,000 people. What's the main area of this question? Now you let me know what is the important things in this question to be noted down. Any key term? Team negotiating. Team is negotiating a lease agreement for the coaching staff accommodation. I think this is the place they are worried because for the team members who are going to play there, and I think they have the place already. Whereas for the coaching staff accommodation, we have to discuss about it. What should the team do first? Can I say this is an important word to watch out? What should be first action? Even though many things can be done, first is more important, which means where you start. For this kind of work, where you will start. Now let me listen quickly from the people who start with the A. Anik Raja. Why you thought A is a good answer? Anik Raja, maybe you're in mute mode.
I think the team first should know what are the requirements from the team.
Okay.
So I selected A.
So your thought is first let's understand the requirement
Yeah, right.
before you do. From where, for whom you're going to collect the requirement?
For the that from the for the coaching stuff.
From the
From the
staff, okay.
coaching stuff actually.
From these people. From
Yeah,
these people
right.
who want to know what do you want.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for that point. Let me listen to Suraj. Suraj, what was your thought when you say yeah?
Actually, my thought is actually they are like the end user. They are the customer for me. So
Okay.
what exactly they want. So according to that, I can proceed. So that was my thought process.
Mhm. What if you don't do that? What will happen in this project?
If then actually I'm not meeting the things, the requirements, what exactly they want. So first I would like to, the first thing is that what is their requirements, and to that I can tune the facilities, what I can provide to them.
Okay. Got you. Got you. That's a good point. Let me also listen to Shankar, who goes with B. Shankar, what is your thought about B?
Like I should know the budget, like where I can accommodate these people, so that I can make a rental agreement according to that.
Budget
So
you
once I
want.
have a budget in mind from my stakeholders, then I can look for the accommodation possible options.
That's a different perspective. So your thought, what I'm hearing is create a lease agreement template. You want to create a template and obtain validation from the budget stakeholders. Obtain validation. Is it about the budget or budget stakeholders? Lease agreement template. Obtain a validation from the budget stakeholders. Do they mean that as sponsors? That's what they want to mean when they say budget stakeholders. But what I hear from you, Shankar, you want to know about the budget. You want to know how much money is there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But answer doesn't look like that. Do you feel so? B. It looks like create a lease agreement template and obtain validation from the budget stakeholders. I've not heard the term budget stakeholders. It looks a little bit different from the usual wording called a sponsor. Instead of using the word sponsor, look like they want to do something. But I respect your point. Your point is first let me know what is the money. But when you know what is the money involved, is it sufficient to do the job? Imagine they say we give you 0.5 million as a budget. With this, can I start my agreements already? Think so? Or if I heard from Anik Raja and people here, they say that no, first I have to understand the requirement. Uh, which one to go? Requirement or money? Tricky, right? Okay, let's invite a third perspective. Sachin says a different perspective. Sachin says a C, another perspective. Sachin, why you thought C is a good answer?
Because we have to check what we exactly need. Whatever the A and B says, everything included in the C, right? So we have to check for the time, cost, and quality, and how they wanted to stay. All constraints would be there. So I think C would be the proper one, as for me.
Identify the time, cost, quality, constraints. You want to understand the constraints,
Correct.
which means certain limitations on that. But this you can do before you do this.
Probably was as for me, I think the both A and B is included in C probably. So if we do the C, probably we could be able to cover A and B also.
Oh, you look it as a superset.
Exactly.
Let's invite some more people to talk about it. Anik Raja, now after hearing Sachin saying that C looks a superset, what is your thought?
I think first, after the requirements, we should know the like time, cost, and quality constraints involvement in that.
It comes in order.
Right. But the first thing we need to the accommodation requirements from the customers.
Getting interesting now. So B part, even though it looks nice, but the terming of budget stakeholders is a sponsor validation. I think the B getting a bit weaker comparing to A and C. Okay. But what I'm hearing from Manik Raj is, no, first I understand the requirement. Whereas Sachin says, no, I will understand time, cost, and quality. Now in this two, A and C, which one is close to the customer? Or which one is nearer to the people who are really going to use it? A or C?
A.
A.
A is close to the customer. Then what happened to C? Are we away from that? Are we a bit of away from the customer in the C? Okay, let's understand what are the parameters given in the content outline. Have you all heard about exam content outline? There is something called exam content outline. So in the outline, it is mentioned like this. When you do project management and when you do some sort of vendoring or bringing up to negotiations or agreements, you analyze the bounds of the negotiations for the agreement. You assess, prioritize, and determine ultimate objectives. You verify the objectives of the project agreement is met properly. If I want to do this, I should be close to the customer. Participate in agreement negotiations, determine the negotiation strategy. This is the expectation for you in the PMP examination, which is part of exam content outline. That is a 14-page document. You should have it with you, which explains which area, what we expect out of it. Now, when I look at this question, I will look this from the Paris Olympics perspective. Paris Olympics, they're preparing for last 10 years or 8 years because usually the Olympics they announce at least 10, 12 years before which country will host it. It is not big for 6 months they'll do it. They'll start at least 5 years, 8 years or 12 years before. So Paris Olympics in 2024 it happened. I believe they should started at least by 8 years back, 2016. Let's give a number like that. In 2016, there is a team, Team A. This Team A is allocating the village for the sports event people to stay. Two sections are coming. One is the players, the team itself. Other one is the staffs, the coaching staffs. The question is going towards the coaching staffs. They don't have a village for them. They have to go to the hotels or dormitories nearby, which is a big process. Yeah. Like what Paris has a problem, same problem will be in another city also. So what to do here? Now they are asking you to go for the leasing agreement. I can do the leasing agreement, but what kind of place the coach has to stay? How do I know? Now I'm getting one answer as a C, saying that identify the time, cost, quality constraints for the accommodation. Fantastic. Sure, you have to do it. But if I don't know what my coach needs, that is, requirement clarity is not there, we're going to have a tough time. Shri, what do you mean by that? Sometime in the class you learned there is something called a Stacy graph. I should say something like this, right? Stacy graph. In Stacy graph, you learn something called requirement uncertainty when you start the work. And over a period of time starts reducing down. And then the other side, we have something called technology or technical uncertainty, right? This is on what to do. This is on how to do. This also reduces over a period of time. Now, in our case, since we're going to go for a contracting or leasing, I would expect us to first understand the requirement better. And that will tell me how to do these parameters. Because when I say how parameter, it talks about the time, money, or technology, or people, or team availability. How means it's a package of multiple things. This how actually will work better when you know what to do. And the question is asking what you will do as a first action. Even though other action looks nice, the first action goes towards bringing up knowledge about what to be done. God, man, this is a tricky question, right? Now, answer goes to A. When negotiating agreements for a project, the first task is determining the boundaries. You should know, right, what you're going to negotiate. If you really don't know what my coach needs, how I will decide on what I can negotiate, how I will decide on when this can be delivered, how I will negotiate on cost, how I will negotiate on quality. I cannot do that. I should know what, then comes the how parameter, because the question is asking first. I'm not saying other answers are wrong. Other answers has a meaning, but this answer is a straight answer for you towards the examination. And for that reason, if you see the content outline, you get an idea what it is going to be on the parameters of open, the first part of it. Now, question back to the people who said B and C. Do you think A looks a better choice in this case? What is your thought?
Yeah. Now I think I get a bit convinced about the answer. So, yeah. Yep. Correct.
Right. But imagine the exam hall, under the pressure, our brain may not process all this data, isn't it? We'll be quick to choose, okay, let's talk about time and cost. Could happen. In exam hall, this happens. I would have recommended that when you're reading a question, I'll be a little more careful to read this word first. And in the first area, if it comes like this, I would have quickly thought, I would request people to think about some places use this Stacy graph. What to do, how to do. When I say how, it talks about, you can even talk about a time. You can even talk about budget. You can even talk about people availability. You can all talk about the technical parameters. So this is much clearer. I can go for how parameter. If not, I will fall somewhere in this agile area where I have to go in a exploration model. You explore, you learn, explore, you learn, explore, you learn. Keep this kind of graphs and some of the learnings in your mind in exam hall. It will help you. This is part of your writing habits, like assignments. I think some of you are drawing it already on a weekly ones. The more you draw and write, chances are it will stay with you in the examination. But sure, this question is a bit tricky because the word first, if you don't observe it, you may go to another place. Good job so far. Shall we take one more question? You ready for another question?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. One more question. Let's hit it. Here it is. This time, two answers. Read carefully. It's going to be a bit of a tricky question because you have to choose two answers. So start with an answer. Suraj has given an answer. I'm seeing A and D as an alphabet. Let's listen to others also. Ruby from YouTube, I'm hearing A and D. Okay, two people are A and D. Rest of them, go ahead, give it a try. It's okay, no need to be perfect. A and E, okay. One thing I'm seeing, A is becoming common. One more A and E. Again, A becomes common. Okay. All right, let's start listening to people about the question itself first. I'm seeing A common with everyone, whereas other answers are D and E keep changing. So now first help me, which sentence or wordings and this question is important for you? You found this is interesting.
Predictive approach.
So repeat again.
Predictive approach. So first highlight.
Predictive approach. You mean the last one, last couple of words. Okay, predictive approach.
Challenging.
Challenging. That is challenging. Okay. Well, most likely challenging. Which two options will be the most challenging for this project manager?
Most challenging.
Okay. Most challenging for the project manager. Okay. So first thing, let's understand the question a little more better. Any established airlines, let's say Emirates or Air India, some established one, has been losing money for a decade. So they are creating a new budget airline service. 3 other budget airlines have failed in this market. I think this is just a message for us. Can I say like that? Just a message. Some companies also failed, so be careful on it. But it is an important message also to observe that some things doesn't work in the market. Be careful. Though it is a significant risk. Okay, there is a risk. Risk is a keyword in the project. Wherever you see the word risk in the question papers, be watchful. Read that words carefully. The project sponsor is a highly enthusiastic and the stakeholder confidently focused with a careful planning. With careful planning, controls and oversights, the project can succeed by meeting customer requirements with careful planning. The project manager decides to use a predictive approach, to ensure tight controls and oversight, especially on budget and quality. In this last sentence, is there anything interesting you have to watch out? Anything interesting? Decides to approach a tight control. Tight control. Okay, oversight, especially on budget and quality. Now the question is jumping towards which two options are most likely challenging for the project manager because the choice to use a predictive approach. Question to you, is it who is being targeted in this question? Is it project team, project itself, or a project manager? Who is targeted?
Project manager.
Project manager is targeted. Very good. Because the project manager has chosen an approach. Question is, will this approach will work better? Is there any challenge on this? We can give suggestion. No, this approach will not work. We can say this will work, but the question is not going towards it. Question is going towards it. What kind of challenge they're going to face? It's not an argument of should I use a predictive, should I use adaptive. They didn't talk about it. Yes, it's decided. Now, what challenge you will face when you utilize this predictive approach? Before you go there, you should know that a predictive is a well-planned approach. We take an initiative, we set a plan, and we draft a plan. And there is an end goal that's called deliverable. Okay. Adaptive approach, we make a short plans. We deliver something, another short plan. Deliver something, another short plan. Deliver something, another short plan. So both as a different approach. If I mix both, that's called hybrid. Hybrid approach. Both are there. The question is, now what is challenging when I go for a predictive approach, which means I have to plan in detail. The question is, what is the challenge? I'm seeing majority of it going with the A. So what I'll do is this time we'll use elimination technique to remove at least one or two answers. So help me, which answer can go out by elimination? Which one you
B.
feel totally doesn't make sense?
B can go out.
B. B is going out. Dealing with an interested project sponsor and active stakeholders. This is not a challenge, isn't it? Doesn't look like a challenge. Because of that, you're pulling it out? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Dealing with them, but dealing with them is part of project or it's a challenge? Just a question, general question.
No, it is not the most challenging.
Oh,
We-
okay. Even though it's challenging, but it's not most challenging. Okay. Okay, I get your
Part
point.
of project management.
Yeah.
Part of, okay. But even though it's challenging, yeah, we can't say that, right? Sponsor
Yeah,
handling
yeah,
is a
right.
active stakeholder challenge, which is we called as stakeholder management. We have something called quadrant, right? In this quadrant, we say that high power, low power. You remember this? Low interest, high interest. So I will handle high power, high interest people closely, isn't it? So I have a scale with me, I can handle it. I don't see this as most, as Surya said, it's not a most problem. It is a problem, I have to handle it. That's a big thing. Then B goes out. Now comes only 4 people are here. Huh? In this 4, do you think
A and
anyone?
D look similar for me. Like we can eliminate one of them. Like D, we can eliminate, I guess.
A and D look similar. Okay. Okay. Why you think it's a similar for understanding purpose? Why it's similar? Let me also see that A and D.
Customer demands and customer requirements. Dealing with both.
Balancing controls and oversight with the changing customer requirements. In a predictive approach, we are seeing this as a challenge. Changing. Things are going to be very dynamic. Okay, I see this. Keeping up with the customer demands in a competitive market. How do you see both are same? Just
Like
for
for the
my
last thing, like changing customer requirements is, I feel similar to customer demands in a competitive market.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'll listen to one other people also because I see someone gave D as a good answer also. Probably who I have. I have Ruby in online. She couldn't connect over here. Let's listen to Suraj. Suraj, I see A and D from you. Do you see both are
Ye-
similar?
Yeah, actually, both are looking similar because actually one is the whatever the customer is demanding, and other is that changing customer requirements. Since both are similar, because we are doing a predictive type of planning, so this will be the most challenging. Means what will happen after a period of time when we have planned in a certain way, and then there is a change in the customer requirement and the demands. So I found that these are the most challenging, and that is why I went with A and D.
Okay, I see your point. I see your point. Coming back here, I heard both are same. Let me put this point this way. Here, when I say changing requirements, what is this market? Airlines, right? In airlines, I'm expecting requirements are going to be very dynamic. Requirements are dynamic. We know this, right? Because in agility, we fall in this category. Again, Stacy graph. In Stacy graph, we are telling that what and how. And we are telling our uncertainty is here. However, the project has been made as a predictive approach. Here it is. See, uncertainty is 100%. And over a period of time, it starts reducing. And as per this project manager, it can go predictive approach, which means I will plan everything before I start the work. But what the most challenge is saying there is balancing control between the oversights and stuff. The changing requirements is going to be a challenge. What I'm hearing here is, Shri, this is fine. A is fine. And I'm hearing from people, you know what? D looks the same. Let's understand D a little more here. Keeping up with the customer demand. Now, when I say customer demand, that too based on the competitive market. When I say competitive market, do you think it is only requirement or it can go on deliverable timeline? Which means instead of predictive approach, they expect you to have a short delivery. Is it possible? They expect something called a feedback loop, which is not possible in predictive, where work will be fully done, then you deliver it, but you get a feedback loop. You have requirement changes. You may have a delivery model going in a short cycle. You may have a feedback loop. You may look for quality, which is inbuilt. You cannot wait for something to be done, then you check the quality. Can I say this is also some sort of customer demand based on the market change? Even though here the requirement covers some portion of it, but the customer demand could be something a bit different than what you see in answer A. Just a thought, open choice. Still you see A and D same. Demand could be a bit different. I'll park that. I'll listen to some more people. Nagaraj, I'm seeing A and E. I'm seeing E is coming as a good answer. Why E is a good answer for you? You want to say something?
See, actually, they keep on changing the customer requirements. Like defining quality will be difficult, so it is a bit challenging. So defining of quality metrics will be difficult. So that's why I choose,
Quality
because of the
metrics.
keep on changing the requirements of.
Quality expectation is a fine.
Yeah.
The metrics is an outcome. You think so?
Yes.
So now, see, quality metrics could be the test or scenarios which you have verified, and the outcome is a quality metrics. Quality strategy, quality expectations, yeah, that will be different. So your thought here is when requirement keep on changing, clearly specifying what I need for a quality will be a challenge.
Yes.
Don't you think that will be part of requirements? Quality is part of requirements.
Yeah, that could be yes.
Part of requirements. But tricky, right? Look, all the answers are look good guys. Huh?
Yeah.
One thing I like with every one of you here is, you're agree. If it's a predictive approach, you cannot collaborate with the changing needs of the customer. Everyone agree on it. And everyone agree that dealing with the sponsor and stakeholders, that's not the greatest challenge. That's also a challenge, but not a greatest challenge. That also people agree. I will ask one more thing before I expose the right answer. I'm seeing Sachin says C is also a good answer. Sachin, why you thought C is a good answer?
No, I agree with C. Actually, now Nagaraj here, I'm changing. Like as you said, now customer requirements, it's a part of quality. So then actually you can go for A and C, because we can see overall project risk will
increase. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But in predictive, you will handle overall risk, right? You're not going to miss it. You think so?
Correct. Yes.
But managing risk is always as a positive thought for any upcoming project which is already in loss.
It has a significant risk, right? That's what we see in the second line, in the top. Though it has a significant risk for the business, you want to go for it. See, the question is, by choosing predictive approach, what challenge are you going to face? So whether it is predictive or adaptive, risk will be there. But the advantage of predictive, you can make a lengthy planning. When you make a lengthy planning, chances are you start forecasting some risk strategy, which you don't get in a short-term plans. Long-term plan, you do it. Super tricky question, man. Okay, let's see the right answer, what the answer says here. And you'll be like, what? That's the answer? I didn't feel so. First, let's understand what we have to do as a content outline. Your exam content outline says that evaluate, address external business environment changes for impact on scope. So, survey changes to external business environment, assess and prioritize impact on the project scope based on changes in external business environment, recommend options for scope backlog changes, continually review external business environment. This is what they give in exam content outline. Just by reading this, you won't get anything. Really, it's only a line to say that this is the area. So read our 11th edition book or in PMBOK, you will see a content which explains it, but they won't line by line, they don't explain. It's an area. This area, they're going to ask you the question. So in this area, they have throw this question on you and you have answered A and another option. Now answer goes with the A and D. Now, some of us went the A and D already. Some of us don't like D because both look similar to us. Let's understand that part. If a tight, summarize all this word. Here it is. If a tight control, oversight, and careful planning are just as important to project success as meeting customer requirements, then this project manager might have a difficult time keeping up with the pace of change. Pace of change for the changing requirements, while applying those controls, oversights, and careful plans. You put a tight stuff, you cannot market change or customer change. It's going to push you. Even the most robust change control process may not be responsive or quick enough to process. Quick. You cannot catch up with the pace. You cannot be quick. I think in your company, you will hear something called CCB. Have you heard of CCB? Have you heard CCB in your companies?
Change control board.
I think it eats time, right? In some corporates, it eats a lot of time to get the approval. If customer requirements are changing all the time, then scope is not fixed. It is a flexible and needs to be treated as an evolving set of requirements. This is for the stuff. Now let's go to the second one. Demanding stakeholders are challenging. Okay. Now, no matter the project approach used, as is managing overall risk, this project manager should pivot to use a hybrid development approach to progressively elaborate the scope and tailor the change control process to be lightweight. Strict control is needed. With a demanding customer, whatever model you use, predictive or adaptive, you will have a tough time. So it is advisable to have a hybrid approach. How this hybrid came up? After working with the customer, realizing what pattern can be better for them, and you course correct yourself. So answer goes with A and D. A purely talks about the requirements. D talks about demands. Demands is not always requirements. Just information. Demands is not always requirement. Demand could be anything. Time of delivery, cost of delivery, quality of delivery, and the way of delivery. Many parameters goes under the word demand. So even though requirements are also part of the demand, but demand is a broad wording, whereas requirement could be very specific. So both comes under challenging when you go for a predictive approach. In predictive approach, also you have a demand, but when you have a tight plan, demands makes you more tougher. And there the constraint starts pushing the team heavily. God, man, what a question. Okay. In exam, 1 minute 20 seconds. Can we analyze this and make an answer? Is it sufficient? Now, ask to you, what all the chapters someone should have read to answer this question? I'll give some chapter names. Let me know if it is right. Stakeholder management, communication management, scope management, vendor management, risk management. Which one you think has more upper hand here? I'll put again.
Stakeholder management.
Stakeholder and scope.
Scope. Anything on the risk? No. How about agility, agile thought? Yes?
Yes.
You should have it, right? So you should have knowledge in stakeholder handling, scope management, agile, bit of risk, not heavily, bit of risk. But Shri, when I'm reading the books, I read only one chapter and I answer chapter questions here. Scope management, I answer chapter questions here. Agile, chapter questions here. But in exam, it's a mix of all you'll get a question. In ShriLearning, when you go to 60 questions or 180 questions paper, you start seeing the question paper as a mix of all. So one question can have more than one chapters coming together. Only in the exam like this, we have one question covering all the areas, or in a real life, Monday till Friday, do you think you attend only stakeholder problem, only scope problem in your office? That's how you do?
No.
No, right? So it'll be a problem of all. In the book, to make you to read properly, they put a logical separation by different chapters. But in a real life, don't expect it to have a logical separation. Maybe it will happen. Today, I'm going to handle risk history. Very good. But another day, risk combined with the human resource. Risk combined with the vendor. Risk combined with the Scrum and Agile methodology. Could be. So be prepared for examination. They're not going to ask one area. It's a combination of all. But once you read the book fully, let's say Rita book you read 70%, 80%. PMBOK somewhere you flipped some pages. You'll be in a decent shape. What is the beauty of artificial intelligence is, if I give 4 algorithm methods, the intelligence can multiply 4 multiplied by 4, 16 algorithms will come. 16 way of calculation will come. That's called artificial intelligence. Our human brain has a natural intelligence. If I read 70% of the chapter and I practice the question, I'm training my brain to multiply that into different answers. So I'm not expecting you to be line by line read all the books. Rather, learn the concepts, practice these questions, go back to our recordings of many Sunday prayers. This is a Sunday prayer we do every week. Listen last 1 month. You will have at least 10 or 15 questions covered. That also multiplies your thought process. When AI can do something, you have NI, natural intelligence. It can do better than AI. So start practicing. That will also help you. Yep. All right. On a festival weekend, it's nice to meet some of you. I'll stop sharing here. Any questions? Any thought process?
Hello, Shri. I have a question, but not related to this question. I want to know a little bit about fishbowl window.
Fish bowl window. Okay, nice terminology. Recently, we're getting more about it. What you learned so far about it?
So I have seen some of the question related to in the question banks, but every time I answer, I wrongly choose because I'm not aware. I searched in Google, but I cannot get the proper answer.
Okay, what is the justification in the question paper?
It is no. This is I'm not aware the basics, so I cannot get it. What is that? Like I know that it was used in separated. Sorry, not a co-located teams. Dispersed team. It was used in dispersed team. I know that, but how it looks and where they used, I am not aware of that.
Okay, which industry you work for, Vivek?
Mechanical.
Mechanical
Design.
Very good, very good. In your company, do you have group discussions for any topics?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So now, fish bowl is one of the naming convention, one of the technique followed in the industry for a while. After it is getting more popular. Okay. Don't think it's only for one industry. Any industry can use it. It also falls under the category called brainstorming. So what they do here is two ways they use it. One is they have a topic and then they keep a people in a circle, and here no one is going to moderate. A topic will be taken. They discuss. Whoever interested can discuss about it. There'll be a lot of spectators watch it. How a fish bowl look like? Glass bowl. You can see a gold or fish outside of it. And like this, a spectator sit and watch the program. And if you're interested, you can participate. So there's no standard rule on it. However, this is done in a different way when you are in a virtual team. You are online. You are sitting in a different part of the city, different part of the country, different part of the world, and you guys can participate on one particular focused topic. The rest of them also will be there, but they'll be only spectators, watch you. When they want to involve, they get inside there. This is very common in some of the troubleshooting or war room scenarios. You would have seen you will form a group chat. Do you have a group chat in your company?
Yes.
So what purpose you all get for a group chat?
If we face some issues, we want some solution. In that case, we follow a group chat also.
Okay. So primarily you will have one common problem, isn't it? Let's imagine something is not working in a mechanical system. Now you invite one SME, you will invite a couple of experts in your industry, and you all get into a common chat because these people are sitting in a different time zones.
Yeah.
Now you will converse. While 2 or 3 people conversing, I believe rest of them only observing it. Is it happening?
Yes.
Only they observe. Only needed, they'll get in front, only an observer. And sometimes the role will change. When A person is discussing, B person will tell, let me take over from here. And the B person will come inside and start saying, okay, let me explain the problem which faced yesterday. Initially, Ramesh was explaining. Up to certain extent, Ramesh was able to explain. After which Ramesh slowed down because Ramesh don't have information. Now John will step in. Let me explain furthermore on this. John says, I have more logs, more issues, more information. A kind of a brainstorming, a kind of a troubleshooting, but it is done by team themselves, and a very democratic open model where anyone can bring up the topic and everyone can involve and a final goal should be achieved. I feel this is not totally new in the world. It is happening for a long time, but we have a naming convention for it. At the same time, we have observers, we have participants, all be in the same place, they watch out. So one, it can happen online. It can happen even in the conference rooms. Other day, I was in a different program in Europe. They call it as a fishbowl discussion. Okay, for many of us, it's new. What are you guys are going to do? They put a round of set of chairs, and then they given a topic to talk about it. They have 3 layers of rows behind that. We're all sitting and watching. If you feel interesting, you can get inside that center circle. One person from the center circle will come out, and another person will get inside and continue the conversation. Productively, anything you want to discuss. So it was kind of an exchange. One person gets in, other person comes out. Only people in the center, they were talking. Rest of them, only you have to listen. You will not raise your voice from the back seat. You only observe. And if you really want to talk, you will stand up. Someone from the center seat will move away and you will get inside. In this way, what they did is a matured conversation, and you know what you're saying, and you add value, and you go to the center point, you talk about it. I don't see a moderator need there. Team themselves organize it, but at one point they're able to consolidate and give an answer. So fishbowl window is nothing but a brainstorming or a group discussion about a topic, more democratic approach where people converse and come up with a solution. Now you tell me, in this question, apart from this, which answer you chose and that went wrong?
Yeah, I normally select something related to the current status, something like that. It's like a Kanban selection.
Okay, okay. It's a new way of doing, but many companies don't follow that. That's why it was so surprising, right? It goes above the head. What the hell is that?
So I thought it's like helping the flow or the status of the work that they are using. I thought like that.
Okay, okay. So at least you keep imagine like this. Fish bowl is a glass bowl,
Yeah,
and there are a
I
couple of fishes on that. The fish is the focus. Okay. So in this whole conversation, the discussion point is the fish. That's a focus. So around that, a lot of conversation will happen. And to physically do that, they put a chairs, they keep rotating like a musical chair. Huh? When it is online, yeah, it's more different where people converse the center topic. It's happening. But again, it's a new, better approach in companies. It's happening. If you ask me how successful it is, really, I couldn't evaluate it. When I was there, I found they were talking, but this could also be done in the normal brainstorming. I didn't find a big drastic change, but still it's a new topic. People are doing it. So answer you, yes, it is brainstorming or discussion. That's fishbowl. Got it?
yeah, got it.
Fantastic. Good. Any other questions? Any other topics? If not, have a great Sunday. Welcome and good wishes for the people who are getting to the exam in the next few weeks of time. And there is one rumor is flying around. PMI may change the syllabus books in the year 2025, Q1, Q2. It's a rumor because so far we didn't see in the website. So far there is no announcement. However, the rumor can also turn into true. The reason is it is nearly a 4 years of time already when they change a book. So high chances are they may change a book in the year 2025. But until PMI announces, we don't know. When the PMI announces, they'll give few months of time before they put the new question paper, before they put the new books. So keep looking for an expectation. Rahul, who comes to know early, he will share with us in the WhatsApp that there is a changes coming up. But for now, keep up your preparation. If you're already preparing, I will expect you to close the exam in December, maybe January. Don't drag further. Too long is not good. Close the exam and stay in touch to understand about how the question papers are changing because we keep posting success stories in ShriLearning YouTube channel. We are constantly checking how the question paper look like. Last 6 months or 4 months, we found many papers are repeating same format. But last 1.5 months, I'm hearing some people say, Shri, question paper is a bit tricky. So I'm trying to capture more success stories in the last 2 weeks. Watch the recent success stories, what the people are saying, what they read, how they prepared. That may give you some information for your examination. Today, I may do something for PMI-ACP also. People are preparing for Agile. Listen to that success story. Yeah. All right, quickly listen to Nagraj. Yes, Nagraj.
See, Sri, good evening. See, actually, like, I have completed my study. Like, I've completed like whatever the Rita 10 I have completed and Agile I have completed. Just now I'm preparing now, like I'm attending the mock test for class wise. Sorry, chapter wise. And even I have completed like a revision of like stakeholder and communication. So when I took the communications, actually start with 4%, and then again it went to 70%, 80% also for the 10 mock actually. Now I'm planning to take exam in next month. But if you're taking like by 25th like that, I want to take next month because I don't know, like I keep on attending the mocks. If you improve, get early, like if you get the more 60% plus, I can take in this month only. How you can suggest? Because working on continuously mock it is good, or how? So can you suggest me that?
You said November 25th you want to go for exam.
No. December. December is first plan. Suppose if I am feeling difficulty and if I want to repeat, like if I want to revision, any gaps are there in the topics actually, keep on like once you involve into the 60 or 40 mocks actually. So
Okay.
otherwise, I want to plan it in this month end only by 25th. No, so
highly
November
possible.
25th one or December 25th one, anyone. So
Now, highly possible to do it. Only check is you should have read the book, Rita
yeah.
11. You should have at
I-
least seen Agile Practice Guide, some portion of it.
So actually, I read actually 10th edition.
That's fine. Actually, did you read the Agile Practice Guide?
Yes, I read actually.
Read it, right? So now, if this month you're planning your exam, I would expect you to go for full exams as early.
Okay.
As I was pointing out beginning of the class, having 5 full exams is decent for time management. So until you take a practice exam, which is a 180, it is tough to assess yourself on your
Yes.
capacity and your ability. So answering your question, it is possible you are having 24 days with you or 25 days with you. It's highly possible to take in this month. Only thing here is take a 180 question, check on time management, check on your scores, what you're doing there, and share me those details. From there, you'll make a decision.
Sure. Sorry.
For example,
Understand.
you took one full exam. Imagine you are
Yeah.
scoring 24%. And
Okay.
your time management is out of 230 minutes, you used 220 or 230, but decent way you did it. 74, 76 if you take, I think it's a very decent score. You're ready. But I will say, nice, now you can book your exam, get ready. Meantime, I'll tell you that you take one more exam after 2 days of gap analysis, 2 to 3 days of gap. After 2 to 3 days of gap, you're taking an exam. Imagine there is a drastic drop and you went to 57%, which means some 73 to 57 is a big drop. So we should see either you are tired after your office hours, you took the exam, or some concepts are very new to you, you don't know. So your average is struggling there. So we have to see how you're averaging. 73 you get, then you got to 68, that's fine. From 73, you come to 58, that's trouble. So this you will come to know as you practice. When you do 2 exams, you get the rhythm already. First exam you got on hold, second exam you got clarity where you are. Now you move forward. So this month end is highly possible, but to take one full exam, share me the score and timeline. Then we'll make a decision what to do.
Okay, Shri. So, like, as you suggest that, like, I can book the date. Otherwise, once you complete the exam, then we'll assess. After that, you can book the date. That is better, na?
Once you do the exam, then we'll book it. If you asked
Yes.
me 2 months back, I would have said book it right away. But with the question paper, I'm hearing bit crazy sometime. Not for everyone, sometime. So let us be a little cautious. So you first take one exam, share me the scores and timeline, and then we'll make a plan of booking.
Okay, Shri. Thank you.
Perfect. But for everyone here, yeah, sure. But everyone here, don't think the paper has totally changed. At least I heard few people said it was too tough to answer. Lengthy questions and time eating, some concepts they can't even understand. Few people, not everyone. Out of 10 people, I heard 2 people like that. 8 people say that Shri, it's the same, man. In fact, ShriLearning, some of the questions are repeating there. Even though the wordings are slightly changed, same questions. Agile, same format. I see same, almost close to that. This is 8 people, but 2 people say question paper tricky. But I don't want to light, I don't want to ignore their thoughts, because when the 2 people say it's a tough, something happening there. We have to be a bit careful. So I have to be a bit careful with your preparation. That's why I'm saying that take your exam, share the score, let me know what you're doing. Then we can work out properly. Yeah. Good.
Do we have an audio file of Agile Practice Guide?
Agile Practice Guide? No. I think no, we don't have. Only Rita we have. Agile Practice Guide. But it's a very small book. You want an Agile book for the audio for that? I think it's a readable. Should be readable. Good. Then have a nice weekend. I know Diwali celebration, a hangover is there for many of us. Sweets, crackers, movies, all the stuff. Now come back on next week with the Sunday prayers. We'll sit for more discussion, and classes will resume again with content for people who are from the current batch. You will have the classes from the Saturday if you're going to start again. When you practice the questions, keep one thing in mind. Without analyzing, don't get worried about your score. If you're getting low score, out of 10, you got only 3 answers right. It's completely okay to get 3. But if you don't analyze the 10 question, I think that's a problem. So take time to analyze the questions and understand why it is right or why it is wrong more than the scores in the beginning stage. Once you come to 60 question, 180 question, yeah, that's the time where to look into the scores. Until then, don't look into the scores. Look only for analyzing the question. That is important. Keep up the reading. I was reading article about the PMI, PMP. PMP is a highly reputed in many countries in the world, and the value is going higher and higher day by day. See, some certificate value will drop. Only this certificate value is going higher and higher. The reason is subject. The other reason is exam intensity. Subject is they keep evolving the subject. They improve the content. They bring in agile. They bring in predictive. They bring in a hybrid. Very good subject. The second one is question intensity. Someone has to clear the exams. Sure, they would have understood the concept. If not, you can't clear the exam. With this, somebody having a PMP, your name with the PMP, your resume has a high value. So you are working hard for something high value. So I know it's a tired, exhaustive, but sure, the outcome is really great. So start working on this, and any help, reach out to me or Rahul in our group. We'll be happy to support. People watching from YouTube or LinkedIn, thanks for watching this program. And next week, again, we'll connect with another Sunday prayer. Meantime, I have a couple of success stories. You will see those videos coming up towards you. Have a nice day. We'll catch up again. Thanks for being here. And
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Shri. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shri. Happy Deepavali to you all. Bye.
Yay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Shri. Thank you.